Hey everyone, it's Joe High from High Definition Pictures, and today we have a review for you. It is the Phottix Odin Wireless Flash System. I am really enjoying this. I've been using it now for a few months, and I was originally going to get a different wireless system, but the good people at B&H told me maybe you should look at this instead. They had a good package deal going on for this remote, and this trigger, and this trigger. So now I can put my two speed lights off camera and fire them from the camera itself. No wires, no infrared triggering another infrared, so they work great outdoors, which is the main reason I use them. They communicate on the same frequency that like a walkie-talkie would. So let's get into this. Again, initially, fantastic. I really don't have any complaints about it. Definitely a good buy. This is the remote right here. You have every single option for the flashes right here. You do not need to go over to your flash to set anything. The only thing that you need to do, and it's only once, is to make sure that your flash is set to, if it's a Canon speed light, like these are, you need to set it to ETTL. On the remote, you also have the option of using high-speed sync. So again, you can change any setting that you need to on the flashes right from this remote. There's no reason that you have to go and keep checking your flashes. Something that I did notice is that the way that you change the settings on this, changing it from 1/8 to 1/4 or whatever is good and it's reliable, but it can be a little bit slow. You have to hold that select button down, and then the flash that you are trying to change will start blinking, and then you hit the plus and the minus to increase or decrease the power. That's fine, but it can get a little bit slow at times. Really though, not a big deal for me. All right, so some really great features about this. It's definitely a reliable system. It's definitely a lot easier to set your speed light up with just using a hot shoe than having to use the sync cord. I have the 580 right here set to group A, and I have the 430 set to group B. They're both on channel 1. That's another thing, is that you have options for 4 different channels here. So if you're someone who's shooting in a more crowded environment, you can select your own channel so you're not interfering with somebody else's shoot. Now on the back here you have your test button. Click that and you can test off both of your flashes. They'll fire one at a time. You can also hit this button on the far right. It's got a little light bulb on it, and it'll actually work as a modeling light, which I find very, very useful. I like to do that just because it looks cool. But it also is a way you can actually see the effect of your lights without taking a picture. So you can just buzz and you know how it's supposed to look. I wouldn't do that too much though, because it probably drains the battery life on your speed lights. But speaking of battery life, that's another good thing about these. Each trigger uses 2 AA's and the remote uses 2 as well. I have not had to change out these batteries actually. These are the ones that it came with. That's another good thing, it comes with batteries. The remotes I've had to change out a couple times, but really the battery life on these is very reliable, it's very good. I'm still got full power on here. So this is just the trigger right here. These are about, 120, 130 bucks each. About the same price as you would for pretty much any trigger. Again, 2 AA batteries. Slide that back in there. It locks into place just with a spin lock right here, and it fits onto any shoe mount. And there's the hot shoe on top. When you have this green blinking light, that means you're ready to go. Here's your channel switches right here. And if you want to, you can actually use this on a studio light too, because you do have the option of using a sync cord. Right here is a USB port where you can actually plug it in, because this is where you'd get your firmware updates. And you can, that's another nice feature. If Phottix decides to change anything, you can just plug these suckers in and get the updates right through your computer. Power button is right here, and you have groups A, B, and C right there. Now you can have more than one flash on the same group. For example, if I'm using 2 flashes and I want them to have the same settings, I just put them both on A. It's not an issue. Usually I just have to use A and B though. On the back of the remote, whenever you're changing settings, the screen will light up, which is very handy. Whenever you're done setting your outputs for your flashes and everything, just hit the on-off button once, and that will set it back to a non-blinking state and you're ready to shoot again. When you want to power it off, you just hold that down and off it goes. this would be really great for someone who is looking to get into off-camera flash. It's a really reliable system. Definitely something that I'd be using at, say, a wedding. I could have some flashes up on in the corners or something, and I wouldn't have to constantly go over and say, oh, it's too bright, I'm gonna bring that down a little bit. Just set it up. If I say, oh, you know what, I want it down a half a stop, click, 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 doom, there we go. It's all set, I can continue shooting. Very, very handy. It has saved me a lot of time. And the advantage of using the TTL, that's awesome. I don't even have to worry about having it at half power or full power. It's through the lens metering, so if I want it a little bit brighter, I can bring it up one stop. But if I change my settings, it's still gonna be through the lens, so that's awesome. So all in all, I would definitely recommend going with the Phottix Odin system for Canon. They also have a system for Nikon if you're a Nikon shooter. I would highly recommend this. So thank you, Phottix. This is an excellent work, and thank you, B&H, for recommending that I go with this. It's a keeper. So thank you for watching, guys. This has been Joe High with High Definition Pictures product reviews. You can check out my site at joehigh.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to see some more videos, and if you're interested in my work immediately, go see some videos right now. So I'll see you.